and the team that's receiving has recovered both times. So the fumbles haven't hurt, but you and I both know that eventually the fumbles will hurt and the turnovers will hurt. But for now, it's Shamrock's ball. First down, 10 yards to go. And they'll resume their punishment of the Westminster defense with that giant offensive line.
They hand off to Benjamin up the middle for a gain of three yards. Benjamin is the leading rusher in the DeKalb County, and they're obviously using him right away.
Oh, yes, he had a terrific game a couple of weeks ago against Druid Hills, rushed for 204 yards. So he's quite a horse. And he gets 4 on that first down play, so it's second down at 6.
Cedric Barnett on that carry, number 32. Cottrell felt that Cedric Barnett was a little better running back than Benjamin. Felt that he had more speed and has a good opportunity of going into the collegiate game. He's been hampered a little bit with injuries.
Benjamin comes in and Barnett leaves as we have a 3rd and 2.
Once again, they're off on the left-hand tackle side. Look like they're going to have the first down. It'll be first down and 10 for Shamrock.
And they go left side behind Kevin Zachary, 6'1", 240. Good man to run behind. And he makes a first down. Shamrock alternating tailbacks, bringing in plays. So once again, Barnett in, and Sean Benjamin is out.
Power I formation to give to Barnett. He's only going to get 1 yard, 1 or 2 yards.
Shamrock has been running to the right side of the Westminster line, away from Kyle Cooley, the co-captain at 247 pounds for Westminster.
Second down, give to Benjamin. Strong, tough running by Benjamin off on the right-hand side. They're trying to run that isolation play off tackle.
The Shamrock offense lines up with number 80, Pat Wiley, at left end. Greg Womack, Kevin Zachary, James Thompson, Wade Tyler, and Shane McPherson up front, with Keith Frazier, the wideout, number 88 on the right. Rod Carter's at quarterback. Todd Williams, Sean Benjamin.
Nice running by Cedric Barnett. Tough running to run over a couple of defenders, and for a second there you thought he was going to go all the way.
Cedric Barnett, 6'1", 190-pound senior. Good run off left tackle.
Here we have the replay.
And it's first down, 10 yards to go. The ball right on the 50-yard line.
That power I, they stay in that power I formation. The pitch to Benjamin. Nice, tough running, shifty feet. Benjamin, a 4'6", 40 man. Cedric Barnett, a 4'5", man. So they have a good combination, moving, alternating these two backs.
Oh, Benjamin hit that hole at full speed. He had a chance to gather some mustard, and he got 6, almost 7 yards on that play.
It'll be second down and 4. Once again, they come back to that I formation. That's something we're going to see all night. Nice, tough, strong running on the inside. That offensive line is doing a good job of blocking people, and with those two backs hitting it up there that hard, they're just about going to break something. Barnett on a carry.
So once again, Barnett out, Benjamin in. These guys just alternate. They bring in their own play, they carry the ball, they come back out.
And it's the same play. Here they come up the middle. That's a gain of 5 yards there. It'll be 2nd down to 5. Sean Benjamin on the carry. Occasionally they will give it to the fullback, but not many.
Well, Westminster is known not to do much stunning, not to do much anything. They're just straight ahead defense, and they are outmanned here. So they're going to have to really do a gut check tonight.
Nice little break for Barnett. He happened to see that the center position was a little cluttered and decided he was going to bounce that outside. Nice shifty feet. And there they go, alternating backs. Barnett out, Benjamin in.
Well, this is a sustained drive. It's about 35 degrees out here, so this is keeping those guys warm out there, just driving right down the field. 3rd down, 2.
Looked like it's going to be a 1st down.
And that was Benjamin again. Looks like a 1st down once again for Shamrock. Clock is running, 1:16, 1:15 left to go in this first quarter. No score. We're at Adams Stadium. Lynn Kane, David West here with you on this prime cable telecast.
There it is again, off tackle. Isolation play. Apparently that's been the 9th play. They've run that play 9 times.
Well, they have no intention of throwing the ball, and I don't think I would either. Have an offensive line like that, running backs like that, you just, similar to you at USC, just give the ball to whoever it is and go for it.
You're right. Last week, Barnett had 117 yards. Benjamin had over 100 yards. And they get about 3 yards on that one. Sean Benjamin on the carry. Cedric Barnett. It'll be 2nd down and 8. I'm sorry, 2nd down and 7. Nice little shift feet there. These are some quick backs. That'll be the end of the first quarter. We'll go right into the second with no score, 0-0. Westminster have their problems tonight. You know, they have those injured players, and they're lacking some players, their top players on defense, and they're going to have some problems all night trying to stop the Shamrock offense.
Yes. But the good news is that there's no score at the end of the first quarter, so they held them. They are driving, and they may score here, but it's going to be slow, and Westminster has a chance as they come back. If they come back and they can make a march down the field,
You're right.
They have a chance. It's not going to be that easy for Shamrock. Not as easy as they figured, not as easy as a lot of people figured. So we move down to the other end of the stadium.
So we had talked last night about Creel, the head coach for Westminster, and talked about him coaching over at Lakeside. He was over at Lakeside, I believe, for about 9 years and did a super job over there, won their first championship in 1970, his first year. Benjamin on the carry, he stopped. It'll be 4th down. They bring in the
Well, one of the things that a good coach does is hire good assistants. And Coach Creel has some excellent assistants, especially on the defense, who keep this thing in, keep this team in the game. Excuse me, Lynn. We have a field goal try coming up.
It's good. It'll be Shamrock 3, Westminster 0. That was kicked by Faber. You know, that was we were talking going back to Creel and his success over there. I was a little surprised that he decided to take this job here with Westminster, considering that he had retired, and you know the story of what I'm talking about.
Yes, it was kind of surprising to me also, but they made him an offer. He thought it was a good deal. He thought it was a challenge, and it is a challenge at Westminster since these kids have very high academic standards. They have other interests. He told me that he has kids quit the football team to go on the debating team. So football is not a high priority over there, and it's a real challenge for him. And he's done well. Even though he's 2-4 this year, the teams that he has lost to have a combined 24-3 record.
Return by number 42, Blake Gafford. They tried to get a return coming all the way across the field. I thought he would try to take it up the sideline since he was over there beyond the hash mark, the left hash mark, and they tried to get a wall over here on the side. They had a wall there, but it was a long ways to go.
Well, it was a short kick, and it was high, so he really didn't have much time to set up anything.
First down and 10 for Westminster. Wide receiver left. They go into a power eye. Gives to the fullback. Looked like a fumble. Westminster gets the ball back.
Think they're hearing me?
It'll be Westminster's ball, second down and 10. I think they can hear you, Dave. Two receivers left. I formation. They're running the veer. Give to the fullback up the middle. It'll be third down, a gain of 3 yards.
Well, I hate to say the dirty word here in this game, but I think they may have to throw the ball. It looks like Shamrock is too big, too tough, and one way to beat them is by misdirection, number 1, by trickery, number 2, and by throwing the ball, number 3. So it looks as though they'll throw the ball. Now, possibly Holden Sibley isn't the man to do that. If not, they'll have to bring in Kirby or their other quarterback who came in last week, who is, I don't know who he was. Another quarterback came in last week anyway in the second half.
There'll be a timeout. With 9 minutes and 41 seconds into the second quarter, it'll be time. No, it's going to be a penalty. Delay of game on Westminster. Westminster with the ball. They give to the tailback. They're running that double dive play up the middle, off on the right-hand side.
Well, that was a really exciting call on 3rd and 11, wasn't it?
I don't think we're going to see much passing at all this night. Maybe in the third or fourth quarter, I'm not quite sure. Creel is known to pass the ball. I guess some of the teams he's had in the past, he's been able to have a running game and a passing game, but this team here, I'm not sure if they're able to pass.
Well, he's only behind 3-0, but if his defense has to stay on the field the entire game, he'll be behind more than that. So Westminster really needs to get something going. There's the punt. It's fumbled again. Westminster has it.
And that's the break they've been waiting for.
The recovery by number 85, Michael Williams, a right defensive end. Michael Wallace, excuse me. So Westminster has a break. They have the ball cross midfield on the 44-yard line.
You see in a replay him
There's the
going
replay, and he just fumbled the ball. We knew one of those fumbles would cost him something, and it did.
They're coming with a counter play, counter dive, underneath handoff to the tackle side on the right hand. Robert Bloom on the carry.
Robert Bloom, a hard runner at tailback, 150 pounds, so undersized. But a hard runner nevertheless, and with Brett Lee Butler at 210 in front of him, they're a formidable I-formation running tandem.
Spread offense in I formation, gives it a fullback up the middle, number 44. Brett Lee Butler on the carry.
Running off left tackle behind Wade Carson and Spencer Goff at left guard. They had pretty good success on that play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. Fairly short huddle usually means a running play one more time, although they have 2 wideouts to the left.
Pitch to the right. Robert Bloom on a carry. He's going to be real close to that first down marker. Look like they're going to be short with 6 minutes and 57 seconds. Do you go for that at this point? Would you go for that first down?
Well, I think from where they are, this is their best chance to go for the first down from here, rather than kick the ball to them one more time, and they are going to go.
It'll be 4th down and 1. They send Robert Bloom in motion, quarterback sneak up the middle.
All right, that was the
Holden
first time they've called that. Holden Sibley keeping the ball and just taking it up the middle. Holden Sibley, again, not very big. He's 141 pounds. But he ran right behind his center, Matthew Wright, and they opened a good hole for him, and the offensive charge was there.
Sibley on the keeper. Nice gainer by Sibley. No penalties. It's going to be a 14, 15-yard gain for Sibley.
Sibley faked the ball to Brett Lee Butler into the line. They went for the fake head, hook, line, and sinker. Are we going to have a replay on this? Well, they went for it, hook, line, and sinker, and he just took it around the end. Here's the play. Geez, you look like D. Dowis from Air Force. Taking this ball down, about the same size, too.
1st down and 10 on the 14, and pitch to Bloom on the right-hand side. Sweep right. He gets about 3-4 yards.
So Westminster driving. About 5.5 minutes left to go in the first half. A fast first half of action. As there hasn't been, well, there has been one pass attempted, correct?
A rollout right by Westminster. They give to the fullback up the middle. Number 44 on the carry, Brett Lee Butler.
That'll bring up 3rd down and short. Tackle made by big Keith Zachary. Here comes the play-in for Westminster.
Keith Schuler brings in the play. They send Keith Schuler out to the left, along with Grant Holland. I formation. Gives to the fullback up the middle once again.
First down. So Westminster may take the lead here, as they're going to have a 1st and goal at about the 2-yard line. Clock running, 4:35 left to go in the first half. Just a straight dive play to Brett Lee Butler.
Sibley gives to the fullback up the middle. Brett Lee Butler on the carry again. They're going to be short of that touchdown mark. They'll be 2nd down about a foot.
Well, they got half of it on 1st down, or more than half. They've got a pretty good shot at getting it in with just over 4 minutes left to go.
You can almost expect that they'll go for a quarterback sneak at this point.
And I would think it will be a real boost to Westminster to lead this game at the half.
Second down and go. Quarterback sneak. It's going to be touchdown.
He got in.
Touchdown Sibley.
So somewhat of a shock, as most of the experts have picked Shamrock. Of course, our buddy Jim Satterley picked Westminster in this game, so he'll be gloating.
It's good. It'd be Westminster 7, Shamrock 3. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout, and we'll be right back.
Geez, there's no band for Westminster? Gee, if Shamrock scored, we'd get to hear the Notre Dame fight song. Just what we don't want to hear tomorrow, huh? When your Trojans travel to Notre Dame to meet the Fighting Irish.
You're right. I got a phone call today from a friend of mine from Notre Dame wanting to know if I wanted to lay a bet. I asked him for points. I thought it was going to give me 14 points.
Oh, hey. Notre Dame favored by 7 in that game. But anyway, back here at Adams Stadium, it's 7-3. Westminster leading Shamrock. Westminster getting ready to kick off.
It's going to be a short kick, touched by number 44, and it rolls out of bounds. Rodney Clark touched the ball, and it rolled out of bounds. It'll be Shamrock's ball, first down and 10 with 3 minutes and 41 seconds on the clock before halftime.
So we'll see what Shamrock's going to do. With 3:41, will they just keep their game plan going and just keep running it down their throats with off-tackle dives?
It's going to be timeout Westminster.
So Westminster, a man short, has to call a timeout, as number 71, Robbie Robertson, wasn't ready. Or Robertson, I should say. So now with 3:41 left to go in the first half, Shamrock with the ball. At their 30-yard line, they have 70 yards to go for the score to put them ahead, or kick the field goal that will still keep them 1 point behind. Quarterback Rod Carter trots back on the field. He's a senior, 5'9", 160 pounds. Now we're ready for play.
Power eye to the left. It's give to number 34, Benjamin, off on the left-hand side, going to that isolation play.
And Westminster said to him on that play, "We're ready for you. Come on, big fella, come on right up the middle, and we're ready for you." And he did, and they were.
Stopped by Wade Carson.
A couple of cheerleaders there. Good-looking young ladies.
Shamrock stays in their two tight end formation. Give to the strong running of Benjamin. It'll be second down and 6. Second down and 4.
Well, so it's third down, 4 yards to go. We're under two. Well, we're coming up to 2.5 minutes left to go in the first half. And Westminster playing right up tight. Kirby, the only man remotely back.
Play action pass, just overthrown. Pass incomplete, intended for 81, Eric Johnson. It'll be fourth down for Shamrock.
It was a good idea. It was a pretty good pass, a little bit high. But I think if the conditions weren't so cold, Johnson may just have come down with that. But as it is, we're going to have a punt.
Robert Bloom back to
Snap,
receive.
there's a kick, low kick. Westminster stays away from that one. It'll be down at the 35-yard line.
With 2 minutes and 10 seconds before halftime, Westminster would take over. Not bad of a crowd for a cold, chilly night.
I think they just run out the clock here as much as they can.
He gives it a big fullback up the middle, number 44, Bradley Butler.
Shamrock with all 3 of their timeouts remaining, should they want to kill the clock.
Westminster hustles up to the ball. Quarterback draw.
Sibley went back on that, and it could have been a pretty good gainer had he not slipped coming out. And Shamrock does take their first timeout, so they're planning on getting the ball back after the punt, as they think they can stop him one more time.
I wonder if that last pass by Shamrock is a sign of what they're going to do when they get the ball, if they do get the ball back. If they plan on putting it in the air instead of running Benjamin and Barnett off on the tackle side.
Yeah, Benjamin right, Benjamin left, Benjamin up the middle. And then when he gets tired, they bring in the other guy. They run him right, him up the middle. And then they punt. I mean, it's quite a game plan that Shamrock has here. And I've always said if you're a running team, it's fine until you get behind. Then you have to reconnoiter the situation, as my wife would say.
3rd down and 4. Bloom on a carry. They'll be short of the first down.
And Shamrock will use their second timeout. So they're counting on a punt. Here comes the punting team in. Steve Strains goes back deep. A senior, 5'10", 165 for Shamrock. And Alex Miles comes out to punt for Westminster.
They were going for the block. That's probably a bad decision there.
And Strange just chose to stay away from that one. With the luck he's been having with the bounce of the ball, Coach said, hey, you stay away from that one.
Well, I'm surprised. I thought they would try to at least get a fair catch on that ball. When you're going for a block, you'd like to have at least feel the ball. You don't want it rolling down and losing yardage. But it was the Shamrock's ball, first down and 10 on their 20 with 56 seconds left before halftime. They send 2 receivers out. They take the tight ends out of the ball game, bring a slot to the left side, get into I formation, and pitch the ball to the right to Benjamin. Boy, he came close to breaking out of that pass. That's a new wrinkle there. Take the 2 tight ends out and split the receivers to the left-hand side and then run a pitch play to the right.
Well, once again, here's the replay. It's a tribute to the offensive line and Sean Benjamin, because Westminster has to know between the films and the first half of the game what they're going to do.
There to come back to the same play. He's stopped by number 74.
That time they were ready. Wade Carson, number 76, to left tackle.
Kyle Cooley on the tackle.
Oh, yes, Kyle Cooley. I was looking at offense. Excuse me. Yeah, Kyle Cooley, a big horse. Co-captain, 247 pounds. Could come at him once, but don't come at me again.
With 22 seconds left on the clock.
Well, they started to come out of the huddle.
Well, Westminster, I believe, called a timeout.
With 22 seconds left. At a game like this, what do they do at halftime? Do they go jump on the bus? Try to get warm? There's no dressing rooms.
I believe they have dressing rooms on the side of the building, side of the stadium.
We're high class here.
Yes.
At Adams Stadium.
It may be a little cool in there. With this cement, I think holding that cold weather on the inside in the locker rooms, it's going to be kind of tough to stay warm. They're trying a quick pass out to the left-hand slat to number 86. A little overthrown. Went over his head.
Well, let's see where they spot that ball. I believe that was a lateral. At least the coaches over here were hollering lateral, lateral.
Well, they do have a play designed where they'll throw the ball, lateral the ball out to this number 86, and he'll pass the ball to the receiver down the field, hoping to make a big play. Here we're going to get a replay.
No, I believe that it just barely went forward. So it was just an incomplete forward pass.
Nine seconds on the clock. I formation, two receivers to the left. Bad pass. 5 seconds left. Shamrock just come back to the same play and try to complete the ball, but once again, incomplete.
Well, Keith Frazier's probably saying, well, why don't you throw it to me when there's not 9 seconds left to go in the half? It's fourth down, 10 yards to go. They're at the 30-yard line. So we need a 70-yard pass or a 70-yard run. And Barnett's tackled as the half ends.
He almost did. Someone downstairs thought that he was going to break that when they kept saying, there he goes, there he goes. He has the kind of speed that where he gets outside, he can use that 4-5 speed. Here we have at the halftime, Shamrock 3, Westminster 7. We'll be right back. Benjamin and Barnett doing an excellent job of running the ball, but Westminster had put together a nice drive and scored that touchdown to go ahead 7-3. They did a super job with that offensive line.
Sean Benjamin, 13 rushes, 44 yards. Barnett, 9 rushes, 45 yards for Shamrock.
We're going to get a return by number 42 from Westminster, Blake Alford.
Shamrock had 6 first downs in that first half. 5 was on that one drive where they kicked the field goal. For Westminster, Bloom, 8 rushes for 16 yards. Brett Lee Butler, 7 rushes for 21 yards. And the quarterback, Sibley, 4 rushes for 23 yards, but 17 were on that one big play that he got down to the 13-yard line. They later scored.
First down and 10 for Westminster. The give to the tailback. Bloom on the carry. He's going to be stopped for a short gain.
At halftime, the broadcasters for Westminster were telling me that Coach Creel is the all-time leading winner as a coach in the state of Georgia, 311 wins. That's the Westminster coach.
Westminster in an I formation. They give to the fullback up the middle, number 44, Brett Lee Butler on the carry. It's going to be 3rd down and 7.
So we start off the second half just like we did the first half.
Run left, run right.
Sometimes run left, run center, run right.
I'm sorry to
We're
be
up to third down here.
Third down and 4. They just might surprise us sometime or another. Nope, they're going to keep it and run an option play on the left side. They're going to get the first down. Bloom will carry the ball for the first down. Just passed. It'll be 40 on the 47-yard line, 46-yard line. Westminster ball, first down and 10.
Sibley doing an excellent job handling the ball. Half the team went for the fake to Brettley Butler. And on the option, he pitched to Bloom, who went for good yardage off the left side. So first down and 10 for Westminster.
Mike Miller on the tackle. They go to a wingback. They're going to shift the formation, move the tight end over the wingman to the left, come with a new formation. But they come back to the same play. Bloom on a carry, option play right. They get nowhere. Shamrock, excellent job on the defense.
That was the same play to the other side, but they were ready for it that time. Shamrock had that one sniffed out. Number 81, Eric Johnson, made the stop.
It'll be second down and 10. This time Shamrock will send the receivers wide out. Grant Holland. Look like they're coming to a pass just overthrown, and they had a receiver, number 24, wide open on the sideline. Lee Hunter was there.
Pass intended for Grant Holland, really whistled in there. Sibley showed a good arm in there, but the ball went right through the hands of number 4, who once again should have caught that.
On a warm night, that's a catchable ball. We'll have third down and 10.
Grant Holland, the senior, 169 pounds.
Double wing formation, single back. Sibley's going to keep the ball and break off on the right-hand side. He's going to make the first down. They're going to be awful close to this first down marker. Nice job of running by Sibley.
Big hit out there by Stephen Bowen. Sibley was headed for the first down, and Bowen just smacked him. Are we going to call for a measurement here? Yeah, they're going to bring out the chains, bring them all the way across the field. As the phone's ringing over here.
Will somebody answer?
If it's for me, take a message.
Tell the wife you're not here, right?
Oh, that is close. And if the ref would get out of the way, we'd be able to see how close it really is.
It looked like it's 2 inches.
Looks
Maybe
like
an
it's
inch.
inches.
Yeah.
Fourth down and inches from the 40-yard line.
Lee Hunter comes into the ball game.
Judging from the success of their punting game in this, I think they're going to go for it.
They're going for it. Westminster breaks the huddle.
Gutsy call by Coach Creel. I guess he figures he has nothing to lose here.
Ahead 7-3. He has a good...
Maybe quarterback sneak?
There it is. Quarterback sneak. Sibley will get the first down. That means Creel has a confidence in that defense to go for a play at this point.
Boy, and that defensive line is a lot bigger than his offensive line. But yet, he must figure he's got the quicker team, and they can get off the ball, and they can get a yard any time, because it seems like they can.
Mm-hmm.
They don't stuff them very often. First down, 10 yards to go.
They're in the I formation. Here they come to the student body right. Just pitch the ball to Bloom. He gets about 5 yards.
Robert Bloom on just a straight pitch play. Running hard out there.
Eric Johnson on the tackle.
Bloom once again in the first half, 8 rushes for 16 yards. So not a real big first half, but nobody had much.
He looks like he's their workhorse. Shamrock shifting in the defense. Sibley's going to keep the ball. He trips over a offensive lineman, and he's going to get about a yard gain. They'll have third down in about 5. There's not many trick plays to this game. Dive right, dive left, pitch right.
Well, this will be an interesting call because it's almost too long to run, but they haven't had any luck with their passing at all. Maybe luck's not the right word.
Here they're going to have a roll out left. There's a receiver right over the ball. Oh, it's dropped. He had two defenders around him, and the ball hit his chest and just popped up in the air.
He had him. You can't go down there and catch it for him. It was a good throw by Sibley. Hit Keith Schuler right in the hands and just popped right out. So it'll be 4th and 10. We'll bring out Alex Miles to punt one more time.
Westminster's going to get a roll. The ball's going to roll right inside on the 1-yard line.
Not a real pretty kick, but a heck of a result. As he put it up there on a wobbler. And the deep man for...
There's a penalty on the play. It looked like it's going to be called on Shamrock.
The deep man for Shamrock, Steve Strange, just let that ball go by, and they downed it. What are they going to give him, half the distance to the goal? That's a big deal.
You're right.
Here comes the ref over to talk to the Shamrock sideline.
He's talking to Rod Gottrell.
They're having a heated discussion down there.
Yeah, they're going to call unsportsmanlike conduct on Shamrock. That's a big
So
4 inches for Westminster to get him there. You know Shamrock's a running team, so if you can give a surge right here, you just might get a sack, a touchback. They're going to have a penalty.
What do we have here, a delay of the game? Illegal procedure, half the distance.
Give me the inch. You're going to mark off an inch there, Russ.
Well, it's like saying you have a nickel and half of a nickel, and then they give you half of that. Pretty soon they're going to be back on I-85. First down, 10 yards to go.
No, first down, 11 to go. To give the fullback up the middle, finally they give the ball to the fullback. That's kind of like giving the horse a little sugar, huh?
Well, in this instance, it would be risky to run the play that they really want to play, which is a pitch to their tailback. Here comes Sean Benjamin in, and when he comes in, 9 times out of 10, he brings his own number with him. So we'll see if they're going to pitch to him. You can bet that Coach Creel told his men, hey, watch for Benjamin back there and get him back there in the end zone.
It'll be second down and 10, and they're going to give it to Benjamin off on the right-hand side. Strong, tough running by Benjamin. He's just going to get back to the line of scrimmage, though.
With this goal line offense and goal line defense that they're playing out here, trying to keep them back there, if somebody like Benjamin, or who's their other running back? Cedric Barnett, who's quick as he can be, if they break through the line, they could be gone. It could be another Tony Dorsett 99-yard gallop.
Well, they're taking both running backs, tailbacks out of the game. They
So
put
much for
number
that.
10 in the backfield. Dennis Faber. He's going to punt the ball.
Quick kick.
Now if they can get the roll, they're going to get the ball out to about the 38-yard, 37-yard line. It'll be Westminster's ball, first down and 10.
You know, I think that was probably the best you could hope for in that instance, is to get the ball out to the 37-yard line, because if they had punted from way back in the end zone, it may not have gotten out that far. So that was really a good out for them. And now we'll see what Westminster can do, headed back the other direction.
In a single lane, man motion right. It's going to be a pass, play action pass, and there's a man there. Oh, nice running by Bloom just to get back to the line of scrimmage. He had a man there that was ready to make a big loss.
Looked like a lateral pass out there. Bloom got the ball. Outside, picked his spot. Got back just to the line of scrimmage and did some good running to get back to just the line of scrimmage.
Mark Wilbank on the tackle. There they come to that one backfield with two wings. A quick snap. Quarterback's going to roll out. They're going to call a penalty. Penalty marker on the field. Look like they're going to call procedure play or offside. It's going to be on Westminster. Look like this. Here we're going to have a replay.
Here's the replay. Yeah, they stopped the play before it started. It was going to be a pass play. Cooley had taken the ball. Not Cooley, excuse me. Sibley had taken the ball. I was thinking about Cooley because I saw him out there, and he's such a horse. At 247 pounds, he's much bigger than anybody else out there. He's that big man just on this side of the line as we look at it. I'd run behind him.
Spread formation with single back,
Looks
roll
like
out
the same
left.
play.
They're trying to hit the wide receiver. He just throws it to no one. That's not bad of a call there, or decision on the quarterback's part to take that play. Let's start all over, fellas, and go third down in 15.
Pass intended for Bloom, but I have to believe that he just threw that away.
I think
Bloom
so.
wasn't open, and none of his other passes have missed by that much. So I would guess that he threw that away, and sometimes that's just the thing to do. Sometimes that's a thing that a young quarterback has to learn. I know that some quarterbacks never learn that, how to throw it away in a situation, and they'll force it in there.
They split a receiver wide out to the left. Give the number 44 up the middle. They're going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Brett Lee Butler on the carry. Westminster will bring the punter in. Number 35 will go back for the return. Steve Strange.
Well, and here comes Mrs. Miles, baby boy, again. If Mrs. Miles is watching, your son looks good out there. And he's going to punt once again. With number 35, Steve Strange back. Good high kick this time. Strange calls, nope, he doesn't call for a fair catch. Looked like he was going to put his hand up there. And it comes back. The defense scrambles out of the way for that one.
Ball will be down on the 24-yard line with 3 minutes and 18 seconds in the third period. Well, my toes are starting to get cold.
So Shamrock is at it once again. A little better field position this time than last time.
It'll be a first down and 10. They go to the power I formation, bring two tight ends in the ballgame. They give to the tailback. Most likely is Benjamin on the carry.
Tailback left, running behind Greg Wormack and Kevin Zachary.
That'll be a 2-yard gain. Second down and 8. Benjamin off the field. Barnett in the game. Power I right, two tight ends. They get to Barnett on the left-hand side. Once again, they come back to that Warnick side.
That big offensive line has just, to this point, not been able to carve the holes that they probably figured, and we figured, that they would be able to carve in this defense. This is a tremendous defensive effort by an outmanned, or what looks to be an outmanned Westminster team. And it's third down, 8 yards to go. The wideout comes out, says something to the ref out here.
They come to the split formation. They pitch it out to Benjamin. Nice carry. Good running by Benjamin. He gets the first down.
Hard running by Sean Benjamin. You're not gonna arm tackle him.
No, not with those thunder thighs.
And he broke a tackle as he came through. And they moved the sticks.
Eric Williams on the tackle. Barnett in the ball game. Benjamin out.
I didn't see who it was, but one of the Westminster players did try to arm tackle Benjamin, and his arm's going to hurt tomorrow.
They
Maybe
go to
not, he's young.
Power eye once again. They go up the middle. Once again, they hand off to the tailback. Barnett on the carry. Well, that's something. Rod Carter is just a quiet man out there. He's the quarterback, and you don't expect the quarterback to be a quiet man on the field. It's just run left, run right. And coach, what else do I do?
2nd and 8. Run left, maybe. Run right.
Run right. And they'll make it 3rd down and 4.
Under a minute to go. Here in this 3rd quarter, this game's getting through in record time. And Westminster still leads 7-3.
You know, this is almost like a chess game, trying to control the center of the field, and both teams are basically running off tackle with a few pitch plays here and there, but they're trying to control the middle of the field. Time ticks off the clock. They go to the power eye. It's a fake. Carter back to pass. He looks for a man, and he's going to decide to run. There's open field. Ooh. He almost had his head taken off. Carter went down at the right time, but he gets the first down. It'll be Shamrock's ball, 1st down and 10 on the 50-yard line.
Number 37, Eric Williams, came up with a vengeance. You know, the Williams brothers were not brothers. Linebackers for Westminster, both 158 pounds, both hitters. And they just nailed the quarterback, Cooley, on that play.
Power eye formation. They're going to get off tackle to Benjamin to the right-hand side. Strong, tough running by Benjamin. Boy, he's a tough runner. Cottrell had mentioned that this kid was a strong runner, and he seemed to. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. We go into the 4th quarter with the score Westminster 7, Shamrock 3. And Cottrell thought that this was he's a tough runner. He seemed to come off dragging off the field after each play, but then goes bouncing right back into the game and gained more yardage. You know, he's averaging something like 120 yards a game, and he's the leading rusher in the state.
He's a leading rusher in a county with some really good rushers.
Sorry.
And so they've had some success running the ball. You know, this is Shamrock's homecoming game, and they had all the homecoming queens. Did you see those homecoming queens?
Yes, I did.
It would be, it's so cold out here that a lot of them wore blue so that their skin would match their homecoming gown. It was very colorful out there. And congratulations to the winners, and congratulations to the losers from Prime Cable. So we're about to start the 4th quarter here.
The last 12 minutes. They're going to get into a weird formation and give to the off back on the right hand, number 5, Lamont Prickett. That was a weird formation. Seemed like a cockeyed eye formation.
I tell you what, it was a weird result too. He ran into Kyle Cooley, and I'd say that was a stuff.
That may have been a kidney shot.
Have you ever run into anybody like that who just stopped you right like that?
Oh, I've run into many offensive tackles that turned around and yelled at me, Lenny, find a hole. It'll be 3rd down. The pitch to Sean Benjamin on the right-hand side. He's going to be close to the 1st down. He may be short, though. Chris Williams on the tackle.
I would think this would be 4-down territory. I've seen in this game that the coaches are going to go for it from here. It's 4th down, and what do we have, less than a yard? They have to go just over the 40 on the other side of the 40. So they have probably a half yard to go.
With those two backs, you almost expect them to go for it. You can either give it to Benjamin or you can give it to Barnett.
Now, surprisingly, Westminster would on offense would have a better chance of making this much yardage. Shamrock has not had good success on these short yardage plays tonight.
They put both big running backs in the game. There it is. They're going to be close. They're going to get this first down. It's going to be awful close.
It depends on the spot, but it looks like they got it.
It looked like they got it. It'll be first down. Well, they just eat the time off the clock. Seldomly are they going to stop the clock unless they call a timeout, but they just the clock keeps ticking away.
Now, they've been down to this 38 before. They've been a little bit further than this into Westminster territory, but always the drive has stalled tonight. So we'll see what they can do, trailing 7-3, if they can really continue down and punch it in.
They go to the power I, give the Benjamin off on the left-hand side. Once again, they go to that isolation off-tackle play. Lee Hunter on the tackle.
Sean Benjamin, a senior, a little bit undersized at 5'9", 175. Does he look like college material to you?
I think they feel that he can play somewhere. They a little concerned about his size. They're more. Nice quick hitting play on the left-hand side. They come back to that weird offensive formation again and give to number 5, Lamont Prickett, off the left-hand side. I believe that Benjamin is college material. I'm not sure if they feel that he's Division I or Division II material.
Well, he can bulk up. He could go to 200 pounds, I believe, if he's 175 when he's 17 years old. But he's not going to grow much more, probably, from 5'9", and that'll hurt him there a little bit.
I did mention to him that he looked like a Charlie White type of back. Not big, but strong and tough and powerful. He runs the hurdles just like Charlie ran the hurdles, so you kind of compare him to Charlie, so that makes him Division I material if someone wants to take a chance with him. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Tackled by Chris Williams. Sean Benjamin on the carry.
Well, and in defense of the little guy, there are a lot of people like Jamie Morris, runners like that in college, that have been in college, that have done tremendously well. Not to mention Barry Sanders, who's 5'9", about 200 pounds.
And Joe Morris.
And Joe Morris.
New York Giants. I formation, two wide receivers left. He's going to keep the ball. Nice job of running by Rod Carter. But it's going to be Westminster's ball, 1st down and 10.
And the drive did stall right there. They can't seem to get past that 35-yard line tonight. And it's a problem for Shamrock. They're running out of time. This snap of the ball, which will be Westminster's ball, it'll be under 8 minutes to go in this game. Or directly after the snap of the ball, there's 8:09 left now.
2 receivers right, I formation, turn around and pitch to, look like it's going to be a face mash. Boy, that's a little dangerous.
Number 74, Matt Cobb, grabbed Robert Bloom's face mask and spun him around. I believe that ought to be a 15-yard. That's a flagrant penalty. Let's see what they call. Matt Cobb, 6 feet, 230 pounds, a senior. Yeah, they're going to mark off 15 yards on this one. There's the replay, and you can see that he grabbed him by the face mask and just spun him around.
Is that correct? Robert Bloom is 5'10", 150 pounds? At tailback? I formation. Westminster with the ball on the 50-yard line. It's going to be a pass out in the flat. Quick pass out. Looked like there's something there. Number 42, good job of running. He shows a little quickness and speed getting out there. Blake Alford on the carry. He's pushed out of bounds on the 36-yard line.
Terrific play out there. Sibley went straight back to pass, threw it once again. It was almost a lateral pass, but it didn't matter at this point. The receiver caught the ball and just went for some real good yardage around the right end.
Yeah. Another way of getting the ball outside. Instead of running it out there, you get a quick pass out there and you can make some things happen. And sure enough, Westminster made it happen for themselves. They give it a fullback up in the middle, number 44, Brett Lee Butler on the carry.
Brett Lee Butler's had some real injury problems this year. Injuries, sicknesses. I understand a couple of weeks ago he had a stomach operation of some kind, and he was right back last week. So he's a tough kid.
That's the name of the game. You got to play hurt. It'll be 2nd down and 6. 2 receivers left. They go to a pitch play off on the right-hand side, give to Bloom. He's going to get the ball. He's going to be short of the first down by 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 3 with 7 minutes and 1 second on the clock.
You know, Brett Lee Butler kind of reminds me of a guy you played with, Ricky Bell, who was a fullback and a good-sized one, but has the speed and will someday switch to tailback and be effective, I believe.
They give the Brett Lee Butler up the middle once again. You're right. Ricky Bell was a tough, hard-running tailback, a converted linebacker that they moved him to the tailback at 75 and was able to rush for 1,800 yards and lost the Heisman Trophy to Archie Griffin that year.
Yeah, that was a surprise, but
well, when you're winning, you know you're going to win. You're going to get that Heisman Trophy, and that's what happened. Archie wound up going to the Rose Bowl and winning the Rose Bowl. So you have to give it to that type of effort.
There's Bloom, short yardage.
He's going to make a first down. Going to be first down for Westminster.
Move those sticks. We're under 6 minutes. Clock stops as they move the sticks. Now it resumes again. You know, I believe Westminster may win this game.
I wouldn't say that loud. We have the Shamrock coaches right next to us.
Oh, and he's big, too.
To give the balloon up the middle once again. Wade Taylor on the stop. Here we get a ground shot of the game. Second and 8 from the 23-yard line. I formation, 2 receivers left. They give to the fullback of the middle. Robert Lee on the carry again, Butler.
Brett Lee Butler, just a straight dive play. There you see the Shamrock sideline. They're trying to figure out what they can do to stop this Westminster team and get the ball back.
I believe that in region, Shamrock is 2-3 and Westminster is 2-4.
Correct. But once again, Westminster has lost their 4 games to teams that are a collective 24-3 on the year.
Once again, Brett Lee Butler on the carry up the middle.
And they move the sticks again. First down, 10 yards to go. There's the cheerleaders for Shamrock.
With their leg warmers on. Not a high-scoring game, but a fast-paced game. Lots of running. Here we come to another dive play to Brett Lee Butler off on the left-hand side. Basic 32 dive, 33 dive, pitch right, left.
A game like this is strategy. Very interesting strategy. One coach against another. And I would say that in strategy, as far as coaching goes, possibly Westminster would get the nod on that with their veteran coach. Not taking anything away from Shamrock's good coaching staff.
going to be a pass. Ooh, almost intercepted. That seemed like that ball was catchable.
Well, you look out there. Look at the green jerseys that were there. There was one white jersey and about 5 or 6 green jerseys. Not good percentages.
Well, looking at the score, if we Westminster has a chance, 3rd down and 9 to get this ball in the end zone. If they miss here, then they can go for the field goal. You will have they can go ahead 10-3. That means Shamrock would have to score a touchdown in order to tie this game up. That puts a lot of pressure on Shamrock with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. And here they come. Westminster sends in their kicking team. Robert Bloom on the carry.
Blake Alford comes in carrying the tee. He's a running back, also a kicker. A junior.
He didn't get it. It's going to be short. The score will stay the same. Shamrock 3, Westminster 7. Shamrock will take over.
Was that partially blocked?
I'm not sure. It looked like it. I couldn't tell.
But anyway, the important thing is that Shamrock defense stopped Westminster, and with 3:06 left on the clock, they have a chance. They're trailing 7-3, but they do have a chance. The ball sits right on the 20-yard line, 80 yards away from a win. Yeah. The Shamrock Dragons.
And they can call just about any passing play. Here they go spreading people out. They send 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. They go to a pitch play. Sean Benjamin carrying. He's going to get about 6 yards. He just about can call any passing play at this point. We haven't seen very many passes. They can run a hook, a streak, a crossing pattern. Now they go into a shotgun formation. They give the Benjamin to the left. And there's Westminster there to stop the play.
The defensive backs for Westminster are giving the Shamrock wide receivers a big cushion, obviously not wanting anybody to get behind them. So it brings up 3rd down, 4 yards to go. There's the shotgun.
Lamont Prickett on the catch. They get the 1st down.
Well, and they keep the drive alive. Move those sticks. That's the name of the game at this point. 2:07 left to go in this game. They trail by 4 to Shamrock.
They're going to get a penalty on the play. Looked like illegal procedure on Shamrock.
Looked like either delay of game or illegal procedure. It was illegal procedure. So that'll move them back 5 yards. And that will not help the cause.
No, not at all.
Westminster last week played one of their arch rivals. I forget who they played now. Who'd they play last week? Played another private school, Marist. They played Marist, and they did not get a 1st down until there was 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. So this is quite a turnaround. Although Marist is a very good team, this is quite a turnaround for Westminster, and is a real credit to a team that is hurt and is kind of undersized to play a team like Shamrock, and they are leading 7-3 and had a tremendous defensive effort as well as a good offensive effort.
The referee starts the clock.
Once again, shotgun formation.
They're going to quick pass out in the flat to Lamont Prickett. He's going to get close to the original line of scrimmage. Shamrock's going to be in a hurry-up offense. They still have 2 or 3 timeouts left.
I believe they have all their timeouts.
They go to a quick pass. This time it's They're going for a trick play.
Incomplete. Well, it's just the opposite of another play a few minutes ago that I commented on. It was a trick play, really. He threw a lateral pass to the running back, Pritchett, who threw the ball down toward the wide receiver, who leaped and just couldn't get it.
Eric Johnson was the receiver on that play. The give to Barnett with 1 minute and 25 seconds. Kyle Cooley on the stop.
Let's talk about this passing game that they have. They don't seem to want to throw the ball downfield. Now, they did throw the ball downfield on the option pass, where they threw the ball to Pritchett, but they don't seem to want to consistently throw the ball downfield. They throw those little lateral passes, little passes that seem to be almost extended handoffs. Get him out to the wide receivers or the running back, get the running back on the outside and let him do his thing. But they don't seem to have any confidence in their passing game going downfield, and that's really hurting them at this point. Once again, when you have a running game that you just run, when you get behind, you're in trouble sometimes.
Or it makes it easy for the defense to play you, to defend you. You wind up just defending the run and not really caring about the pass. And then in this situation, you wind up going to a prevent defense and placing people in positions where you can stop the pass. And here they come again to a trick play. It's pitch and lateral, hook and lateral. There was the hook, but no one was there for the lateral.
It was a good play. It was a good conception, where they passed the ball to the wide receiver Johnson. He tried to lateral it to the running back, but the running back was covered nicely by the Westminster defense.
And you wound up pitching the ball out of bounds.
And Westminster takes over on downs with 1:19 left to go, and it looks like they're going to win this ball game.
Unless something spectacular happens, you're right.
Shamrock, I believe, with 2 timeouts remaining.
And they're just going to go down. Sibley just drops down on the ball, allowing the clock to tick away.
Well, and the fans are beginning to file out. They believe that it's over. For those of you who have watched this game, you've seen an interesting strategic game. There you saw the quarterback, Carter. He's not happy to be losing this game. Quarterback, once again, takes the ball, just falls on it.
Shamrock's going to stop the clock.
And they do, which is what I believe is their final timeout. There's 42 seconds left to go in this ball game. 7-3, Westminster leads Shamrock in what many will feel to be an upset.
According to Jim Satterley, it's not an upset.
That is true. Our guru from the Atlanta newspapers called this. But all of the so-called experts, and I apologize if you're listening, all of the experts for the DeKalb Extra picked Shamrock. I have to admit that I thought Shamrock might be too tough for Westminster tonight with their injury problems and everything, and Westminster has really showed me something. As Sibley just falls on the ball, and the clock will run. I don't think he may have to snap it one more time.
He may have to snap it. I think so.
But the game is over.
Game's over. Westminster will win this ball game.
Lynn, I don't know how much time we'll have after this game ends, but it's been a pleasure working with you.